Tulsi Gabbard is an American politician, United States Army Reserve officer and political commentator who served as the U.S. representative for Hawaii's 2nd Congressional District from 2013 to 2021. Born, April 12, 1981. We cannot afford to walk down the dangerous path of government overstepping its boundaries into the most personal parts of our lives. I volunteered to deploy to Iraq. I was one of the few soldiers who were not on the mandatory deployment roster. Close to 3,000 Hawaii soldiers were. It is clear that there needs to be a closer working relationship between the United States and India. How can we have a close relationship if decision-makers in Washington know very little, if anything, about the religious beliefs, values, and practices of India's 800 million Hindus? Looking at someone in a deployed setting, it's not in their best interest to get pregnant overseas, but if it happens, it happens. When I started my campaign for Congress, I was one who people said, "Tulsi, you have a bright future, but there's no way you can win." No member of any grouping should be judged by the activity of some other individual in that same grouping. People in the Middle East, people everywhere, want peace. But unfortunately too many fail to recognize that lasting peace can only be found with pluralistic, secular government. When I deployed to Iraq with my fellow soldiers, putting our lives on the line for our country, no one in the media questioned our patriotism because of our religion. This commitment to equality and justice for all are the ideals that our country was founded upon and what we continue to aspire to as people. We cannot be complacent, and must vigilantly affirm this again and again, as bigotry and hatred have an insidious way of seeping into our society. Every single American deserves to be treated equally by their fellow Americans and under the law. When I walk around my neighborhood, the grocery store, or the farmer's market, I don't see Democrats or Republicans, progressives or conservatives. I see my brothers and sisters, living, breathing human beings with diverse and complicated stories, views, and desires that can't be packaged neatly in a box. Our actions to overthrow secular dictators in Iraq and Libya, and attempts now to do the same in Syria, have resulted in tremendous loss of life, failed nations, and even worse humanitarian crises while strengthening the very terrorist organizations that have declared war on America. To maintain order after Assad's fall would require at least 500,000 troops in a never-ending occupation. The cause of peace is too great for us to allow political disagreements or partisanship to stand in our way. When a person thinks, "I am a Christian, this other person is a Muslim, therefore he is my enemy," or "I am a Muslim, this other person is a Hindu, therefore she is my enemy," they reveal their own lack of spiritual depth. No religion teaches this, and any understanding of any religion that adopts this divisive attitude proves itself false by doing so.